Okay guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a part 2 to the CSGO StatTrak Gut Knife. Basically the reason for this is, first time we did this, this piece of kit right here completely destroyed it. It was cutting through paper pretty well, and then when I ran it through this, it made it so it was I couldn't cut myself with it. So we tried to do it on the Whetstones that I've got, the silica Whetstones, and it didn't work too great. Didn't come out how I wanted it to. It did make it sharper, obviously, but it didn't fix the edge on the knife itself. So I'll just grab a piece of paper and show you how it's currently cutting, just in case you missed it the first time. So it's not too bad. It is slicing through, but as you can see, it's really janky. Just grabbing an edge just slightly, but it's making a mess of it really. It's okay down at the bottom down here, but towards the actual tip of the blade, it's a real mess. So we're going to work on this steel diamond stone. It's 400 grit on one side, 1000 on the other. I had a little play with it on another knife earlier on today, and it just feels really nice, really heavy duty, and it comes with this this stone holder. It makes things light, nice and easy. It's completely, it will not move. As you saw in probably the last video, my knives were, the stones themselves were sort of moving around a little bit, which really doesn't help with sharpening a knife. Good thing about these stones is you can use them dry if you want to. I do put a little splash of water on it, so I'm just going to do that now. There you go, a little splash of water on there. Just spread it around a little bit, make it nice and easy. It just gives it a bit of, takes away a bit of the friction, which makes it a bit smoother pull, and also stops all the can't think of the word, stops all the sediment from the blade just sticking in one place and sticking to the blade as well. So we're going to do. We're going to get the burr on the knife using the 400, then we'll turn it over to the 1000 to finish the edge, and then we're going to strop on some cardboard. I know that sounds pretty strange, but cardboard is actually really good for stropping on. It lifts the burr off really well, so we'll use that. It won't polish the edge, but it will definitely take the burr off there to make it really nice and sharp, and we'll show you at the end of that. So I just move a few things out of the way, and we'll get started. So yeah, working on the 400 grit first. It was a 20-degree angle that we worked on this knife originally, so we'll continue with that, just reprofile it and replane it, and we'll be good to go from there. So yeah, let's get started. So obviously, as I said, I do push, so where I do a little J at the start and push all the way up. I just find that a really nice technique, and it just helps you keep your angle a lot better. And then on the pull, I just do a full pull like that, really nice and easy. So we're going to work on the J first, get ourselves the burr, and then we'll turn it over. Work the bevel down from there, make the edge, give it a true burr on it, and then we'll take it over to the 1000 and go from there. So let's get started. Yeah, I can already feel a really nice burr on it. It's working really well. Just right at the very tip there's no burr, so I'm just going to work that a little bit. The good thing about a diamond stone is they don't wear down in spaces, so it remains flat and remains constant, so you can just work wherever you want on the stone. So I'm just going to work the edge of the blade just back and forth, just to build a burr there. Yeah, there it is already. So we've got a burr really quickly on this knife. There's a little spot at the bottom there, so we'll just work that as well. perfect. So we've got a burr all the way around. You can feel it quite predominantly, so that's really good. So we'll turn it over, do the pulls, and we'll go from there. Just apply a little bit more water just to clean it off. This stone is a faithful stone. It's a UK brand of Snowmaker. Found this stone on Amazon for £24.99, which is about $30. Really worth the money, because these clamps, these are £30, £30, well, £20, $30. Anyways, if you buy them separately, but with this you get a diamond stone. It's not the best in the world by a long stretch, but for general purpose use, you really can't go wrong with it. So we're going to work on the burr now, just to swap that burr over, and then we'll go from there. So it's a pull motion I'll be doing on this. So let's get started. Just a little bit of the burr still remaining on the bottom side here, so we're just going to work that in again. Yeah, we've got a full burr transfer, so we're just going to alternate sides a little bit just to work it off, just to swap that burr around, get it nice and fine, and then we'll move on to the 1000. So we'll just turn the stone over. Yeah, that burr's transferring from one side to the other really, really easy, which is really good news. It means the edge is apexed really well. Clean it off. Yeah, very happy with that. Like I said, with this stone it's going to be very, very quick, so it's going to be quite a short video really. But we'll turn this over now. We'll use the 1000 grit. This is just going to finish it off. It's not technically a finishing stone, because it's I consider a finishing stone up towards the 4000, 6000 grit. Excuse me, but it's going to just make the edge nice and neat, and then we'll just finish it off on a cardboard strop. Yeah, the burr's transferring really well, so it's getting really, really sharp, to the point where we won't need to do much more work at all. Okay, so I'm already happy with that. That's come out really well. That's got a really nice edge on it, and there's just a very fine burr on the edge of there, which is really good news. So we're going to move this stone out of the way, dry things up, and then we're going to bring in the cardboard. It might seem strange to be stropping on something that is something that you would cut, but it works really well. It's very much of a DIY strop. If you don't have anything else available, I just thought I'd show you that it can be done on this. So just double check which side the burr is on. Yeah, so it's on the top side. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work the burr. Now with stropping, it doesn't have to be perfect. You want to keep the angle as best you can, and this is easier on an actual leather strop that's got some height to it, because you're not having to sort of hold the knife in a strange way. But it is transferring the burr, so let's just keep doing that. And you only need to run this a few times. It's not that much. All you're doing is just getting rid of the burr completely. I am working it from nose to heel. Sorry, from point to heel. You might not be able to see it too well in the video because I can't get very close with the camera. I'm just stood in there. And the good thing about it is if you do ruin this, if you do slice through it like that, it really doesn't matter because you can just turn it over and then once you've done, you can just throw it away. Okay, so I can't feel any burr on there at all, so this should be relatively sharp. So let's have a quick look. Sorry, my camera leaks the caps. No, it's got the same piece of paper, well, different piece of paper. So we're just going to run a test on this knife just to see how sharp it is. Hopefully it'll be a lot better than it was in the last video. So we're just going to test it on this piece of paper. Oh yeah, as you can see that's just sliding through the paper now. There are little nicks as to where it just needs to be finished off. Obviously, working on a cardboard strop, it's never going to be absolutely perfect, but it's worth it. Just if you've got a piece of cardboard lying around, you can use it. But as you can see, so much better for gliding through paper, making easy work of it. Really impressed with that. So yeah, overall. This piece of rubbish is very much that. It's a piece of rubbish. Do not recommend buying these. If you are going to buy a sharpener that you just pull your knife through, I'd recommend an electric sharpener, just because they work the edge a lot better, and they generally give you a much better guide for the angle for it. But these are terrible. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe my videos if you want to see more. Obviously, more subscribers I get, once I'll be able to put ads on the videos, I can get some much better equipment, better knives, and hopefully get a few knives, really high quality ones sent in. At the moment I'm using, these are called Roselle knives. Yeah, Roselle. They're a 55 on the Rockwell, so not too great. This is just my little paring knife, as you can see. I don't know if you're able to pick it up, but it's been well sharpened and well worn away. Just had it for a long time. Got a Santoku knife of the same brand as well. But yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.